Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Libra reading. It's happening at the same time as a solar eclipse, which basically on the 14th, I believe it's a Saturday in October, early in the morning on the West Coast, you will be experiencing an amplification of the full moon, the new moon energy, which means that we experience the shifts for weeks to come, and they can last for up to 6 months. So this is something we're all feeling very intensely. I'm going to do a simple past, present, and future reading for the new moon. I'll clarify with a different deck. I'll finish off with one oracle card, and I'm going to use a deck of oracle cards, the language of flowers, to do a little bit of clarification. So I will develop an extended reading from this, and you can find the link for that in the description box below. So Aries, let's get started with your overall energy. And I have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is indicating your sense of a bigger picture, your pursuit of a larger truth, gaining a greater perspective on your experiences, and in the process of that, you are detaching yourself from your emotions. You are not excluding your emotions by any means, but you're really sorting through the meaning, the significance of your experience, and really trying to look at that objectively in order to strategize and move forward. Now is not the time for moving forward with particularly the new moon energy in Libra, which is impacting your relationships, your partnerships in particular. And that is about all of your individual relationships with individuals or groups of individuals, as well as with your goals, and with yourself primarily. So I believe this is you really looking at the relationship with yourself that empowers you to be expressive in your relationship with others. In the past, unfortunately, these are all upside down. I don't read upside down cards, but I will sort them out as we move along. The Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Four of Wands. This is definitely indicating a newness. It's almost like a new lease on life I'm feeling from you. You are processing experiences in the past, your feelings about them, and their ultimate significance. And this is really unleashing a willingness to start fresh, to be a beginner, to open up to learning and receiving more information, particularly seeking inspiration that's going to prompt and help you explore and discover new aspects of your own creativity. This creativity is very much about kind of coming home again. This is the experience I'm feeling, and there has been a big shift in the way you've defined home, so that home is where you are. Home is what you build. Home is what you grow. And this past is showing that you've already dedicated a lot of energy to creating that foundation to continue learning, to continue growing. And that's something that you do in community as part of community. So there's not a clear separation between yourself and your community in a very positive way. This is really your understanding of the reciprocity that's required in order to negotiate and communicate effectively in your partnerships, in your relationship to others, to your your larger home in the world. This is really adding your commitment, not only your commitment to expanding your vision, your opportunities for expression, but also it is celebrating this opportunity, perhaps in view of the many changes in the world that have required you to anchor, to center yourself in your own experiences, what you've learned from those, and how they've in fact empowered you to be what you feel is a citizen of the world, at home in the world. In the present, we have, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Two of Swords. There continues to be a lot of deep inner exploration, inner work. In this work that you're doing around this processing of your experiences, you continue to explore and challenge your own assumptions, not simply those that you've created or that you have developed as an individual, but those that have come to you through your family and through social conditioning. You're continuing to shed what you have believed or been told to believe, and perhaps in many unconscious ways have bought into beliefs that may or may not be aligning with this new sense of home that you are expanding upon, exploring in the world. In order to be this honest with yourself, this willing to look at really difficult aspects of your experiences, of what you believed to be the truth, this has required a tremendous amount of courage and bravery. It's not been a new something that you've started recently. This is something you've been working on for a long time, and a decade seems appropriate for those of you that have been around for a long time. A decade is not as much time as it would appear to a person who is younger and hasn't survived that many decades. But for many of you who have been working at this larger sense of home in the world, there have been a lot of changes you've been undergoing for at least a decade, and that has led to your necessity of looking within yourself, exploring your own beliefs. It's less projecting of your beliefs and an oppression of those beliefs that you now feel are false as outside of yourself, but really looking at inside the way that you have processed and understood your own sense of place in the world, perhaps through your family of origin, through your cultural heritage, but it has required this real honesty, which requires a lot of energy, because you're expending a lot of energy in shedding these false beliefs, these false notions, or notions that are false for you, that you are rejecting, that you are recognizing have limited your experience in a way that is no longer appropriate to you. In the future, the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Empress card. Lovely. More pages indicate, and in a positive way are affirming your willingness to look at new ideas, to be open to the truths or at least the experiences of others and what the truth of their experiences have to do with your own belief system, how they verify, amplify, or challenge your beliefs that you are now opening up to, you are exploring, you are perhaps realizing this openness in the way that you are relearning your communication skills, relearning a form of expression, ways that you perhaps communicate through writing, a writing practice, a way of journaling. This definitely bodes well for any practice that allows you to explore your inner world. And if you are inclined to journal or track your dreams, any way that you are communicating with yourself on a regular basis, that, as many writers know, this is a way of almost automatically unfiltered, declaring your feelings in the moment and being able to review those in a way that offers you new insights moving forward. This practice, in fact, and it is not just confined to journaling. There are a lot of ways that you can be assisted to look at your own beliefs and sense of stability, the way you express yourself. You may be entering into some kind of physical health or well-being related program or counseling support that is helping you to essentially create this new opportunity for you to do just that. A new creative practice, a new opportunity to express yourself, a new way to contribute to this larger sense of home that you have been building over a period of time, in which you are joining with others to celebrate the opportunities for learning, growth, and expansion. So I see you creating a vehicle, a practice that allows you to grow what you have already agreed with others is an opportunity to expand your world, to know more, to be inspired by more, to be more inclusive. And this is something that you have manifested for yourself. I love when we manifest our own opportunities, not simply through our willingness to look at hard things in the past, but our desire to look at to create opportunities don't want to say exploit, to utilize the challenges that we face, to give ourselves permission to face more opportunities for growth, more challenges, to challenge ourselves. But this is leading to incredible sense of authentic empowerment, which you're already practicing in your life. You're already expressing this confidence and growth that you see to be necessary in order to face up to these personal as well as social truths that you are shedding, that you are releasing, that you are in some ways even rejecting. Really understanding fundamentally the damage that has been done to you. And you're tapping into that courage, that confidence, because you know there's something worthwhile on the other end of this. There's a place in the home that you've already outlined that is available and open to you. I'm going to clarify the 10 of Swords in your present with the 5 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. Heavy energy around that which you are releasing. And there's a lot of indications here that you're taking the social experience that we are having and you're really applying that to how you have been impacted and how you can utilize that for your own liberation, your own empowerment. So there is a lot about the way you have been labeled, the way others have thought about you, perceived you, that you're aware, how you have internalized. It may have been something that occurred to you at a very early age. This is not a surprise to you, but it is painful work. This is hard work and hard going. My sense is that in the past it was easy for you to leave this behind, facing the world, going out into the world on your own terms is something that you have done, and you have accumulated many significant bonds as the result of that. But in some ways you're aware that you have replicated this sense of being perceived in a certain way, not only within your own perspective, but in your relationships. And you're looking at how you can struggle through this sense of limitation and restriction through your relationships and with them, so that your partners, your friends, your associates, wherever you develop these strong bonds that for you are positive, you're also recognizing the necessity to move away from bonds in order to reach this vision that you have. It's not necessarily shared with others, but it is for you. I'm going to pull a Language of the Flower oracle card in this particular spread because I'm feeling like there's so much healing here you've been doing. And I've pulled Stock. And the key words are slow down. The pace must abate before it's too late. So I think that's unfortunately may not be great news for many of you that have been doing this for a while. And my sense is that you have been doing this for a while. This may be something you've been doing in your significant relationships, your family relationships, even your friendships. This process of shedding old beliefs, releasing assumptions, not only of your own, but releasing that of others, to really shed that so that that is not a significant block to you. The expectations of others no longer forms a particular thought, and it's not about not caring. It's about understanding that those perceptions may have served a purpose back then. They no longer serve a purpose to the goals that are important to you, and that is growth and building, generating that abundance on a firm foundation that is fluid in your relationships with others. I'm finally going to pull a Soul's Journey Oracle card and ask you to share this with others. Comment below. I appreciate your comments greatly, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I have pulled Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. And this card has a lot of personal resonance for me. However, I do believe that this healing journey, this shedding of social constructs that have personally impacted and limited you, is one that must be chosen, sometimes over and against the many pleasures that are available to you. There's a beautiful community vibe. You are supported and are supporting of your friendships, those that you that are a part of the world you've created that you relate to. And yet the need to continue to choose this particular releasing of energies that have been limiting you requires a lot of time on your own, a lot of soul exploration, a lot of honesty and digging. And that can be very lonely. So I look forward to seeing you. Some of you I hope to see at the extended, where the description box contains the link. Until next time, namaste.